Episode number 181. My English brother Solomon, mourned Miss Pross, casting up her tear-fraught eyes, that had the makings in him of one of the best and greatest of men in his native country, an official among foreigners, and such foreigners. I would almost sooner have seen the dear boy lying in his. I said so, cried her brother, interrupting. I knew it. You want to be the death of me. I shall be rendered suspected by my own sister, just as I am getting on. The gracious and merciful heavens forbid, cried Miss Pross. Far rather would I never see you again, dear Solomon, though I have ever loved you truly, and ever shall. Say but one affectionate word to me, and tell me there is nothing angry or estranged between us, and I will detain you no longer. Good Miss Pross, as if the estrangement between them had come of any culpability of hers. As if Mr. Lorry had not known it for a fact, years ago, in the quiet corner in Soho, that this precious brother had spent her money, and left her. He was saying the affectionate word, however, with a far more grudging condescension and patronage than he could have shown if their relative merits and positions had been reversed, which is invariably the case, all the world over, when Mr. Cruncher, touching him on the shoulder, hoarsely and unexpectedly interposed with the following singular question. I say, might I ask the favour, as to whether your name is John Solomon, or Solomon John? The official turned towards him with sudden distrust. He had not previously uttered a word. Come, said Mr. Cruncher. Speak out, you know. Which, by the way, was more than he could do himself. John Solomon, or Solomon John. She calls you Solomon, and she must know, being your sister. And I know you're John, you know. Which of the two goes first? And regarding that name of Pross, likewise. That warn't your name over the water. What do you mean? Well, I don't know all I mean, for I can't call to mind what your name was, over the water. No. No. But I'll swear it was a name of 2 syllables. Indeed? Yes. The other one's was 1 syllable. I know you. You was a spy, witness at the Bailey. What, in the name of the father of lies, own father to yourself, was you called at that time? Barsad, said another voice, striking in. That's the name for £1,000, cried Jerry. The speaker, who struck in, was Sidney Carton. He had his hands behind him under the skirts of his riding coat, and he stood at Mr. Cruncher's elbow as negligently as he might have stood at the Old Bailey itself. Don't be alarmed, my dear Miss Pross. I arrived at Mr. Lorry's, to his surprise, yesterday evening. We agreed that I would not present myself elsewhere until all was well, or unless I could be useful. I present myself here, to beg a little talk with your brother. I wish you had a better employed brother than Mr. Barsad. I wish for your sake Mr. Barsad was not a sheep of the prisons.